Vayomim Oheim Bazman Hazeh. It's a story that took place thousands of years ago. The story of the Chashmonaim. A story of one family. A story of those who were courageous and brave enough to stand up against the forces of the Syrian Greek army and to be able to wage war against them, to defeat them, and to uphold the glory of Klal Yisrael. Is that the story? But there's another story. There's a story of one flask of oil, one pach shemen, that was found after every other flask was contaminated. And they finally found one pure flask. And that oil lasted for 8 days. Isn't that the story? And the answer is, it's the same story. The story of one flask is the story of one family. The story of one flask being able to light up the darkness for 8 days is the story of one family being able to overcome the darkness and to achieve victory for Klal Yisrael. Because both of those stories is the story of Klal Yisrael overcoming insurmountable odds, holding on to the spark inside of us to be able to rededicate ourselves, to rededicate the Beis HaMikdash, to rededicate our lives to Hashem and to His Torah. 2 years ago, Klal Yisrael went through the worst story of our lifetime. The story of October 7th, the story of Shmini Atzeres in Eretz Yisrael, Simchas Torah. It's a story of Hamas and the terrorists dragging men, women, and children into captivity after butchering over 1,000 pure Heilige Neshamas. One survivor, Omer Shem Tov, told over the following. He said when he was taken into Gaza, he was dragged 120 feet beneath the ground into a dark tunnel that was so dark that he didn't know if he went blind. He was put into a cage in that tunnel where he couldn't even stand up. He couldn't move his hands and his legs. It was the darkest moment of his life. But he says that it was at that moment that he became most deeply connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because when a Yid faces insurmountable odds, we find the Pach Shemen inside of us that allows us to see the light and to feel the light. It's one small Pach Shemen, but that small light is able to be so bright, to spread, not only within ourselves, but to spread to the world. And now, those survivors tell the story of connection, the story of connecting to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and spreading that light to the world. You're able to spread that light, the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the light of connection to Torah and to the Rabbeinu Shalom, to the entire world. May all of us be Zoiche to be able to overcome the darkness from without and the darkness from within, to find the strength and vitality to be able to celebrate the Pach Shemen, the purity of our neshamas, and let us be Zoiche to a freilichen, lichtigen Chanukah. Thank you.